My boss just handed me a cheap, microscopic diamond ring and demanded I sign a prenup, completely unaware that I actually sign his payroll checks. For 2 years, I worked as Adrian's assistant, quietly observing how his family run their business from the sidelines. Tonight, he finally asked for my hand in marriage, but it wasn't out of love. He stood there with an insufferable smirk, tossing a thick prenuptial agreement onto the glass desk like it was a piece of trash. He told me that a girl from my poor background should be grateful to even stand in his shadow, and that this document was absolutely necessary to protect his family's prestige. Adrian's family had always treated me like dirt under their expensive shoes. His snobbish mother would visit the office just to throw petty, menial chores my way, forcing me to wash dirty cups and clean up after their lavish board meetings. They whispered loud enough for me to hear, calling me a low-class gold digger who was using her looks to climb the corporate ladder. Adrian never defended me. In fact, he enjoyed the power dynamic. He truly believed he was rescuing a poor, helpless girl from poverty, planning to lock me down into a lifetime of submission. As Adrian paced around the room, he gave me a long, condescending lecture about wealth management and how his family's enterprise, the Vanguard Group, was far beyond my wildest dreams. He demanded that I sign away any rights to his future earnings, his family's assets, and even our future children's inheritance, claiming it was for my own protection. I looked at the pen in my hand, then at his arrogant face. I wanted to laugh out loud at the sheer audacity of this man, believing he was the king of the castle, when in reality, he was just a tenant who hadn't paid his dues. The next morning, the office was in absolute chaos. The Vanguard Group's board of directors, led by Adrian and his panicked parents, were scrambling to prepare for an emergency meeting. Word had gotten out that the mysterious majority shareholder, the shadow tycoon who actually owned 70% of the conglomerate's shares, was arriving to personally review the executives. Adrian was sweating through his expensive designer suit, terrified of losing his position, desperate to impress the shadow boss who held his entire career in their hands. The heavy double doors of the boardroom swung open, and the entire room went dead silent. But it wasn't a mysterious old billionaire who walked in. It was me. I had traded my plain office shirt for a tailored, ultra-luxurious black silk dress, wearing flawless diamond earrings that cost more than Adrian's entire apartment. My posture was regal, my eyes sharp and commanding as I walked into the room. Adrian's jaw literally dropped to the floor, his face losing all color as he tried to comprehend why his poor assistant was walking into this high-stakes meeting. Adrian pointed a trembling finger at me, screaming that I had no right to be in this room and demanding security throw me out immediately. His mother scoffed, calling me a delusional girl who had finally lost her mind. I didn't say a word. I simply turned around and gestured toward the massive, gold-framed family portrait hanging directly behind the main boardroom chair. There, painted next to the legendary founder of the Vanguard Group, was a little girl with the exact same sharp, elegant eyes and proud smile. It was me, the sole heiress to the entire empire. The room fell into a suffocating silence as the reality set in. The family lawyer stepped forward, bowing deeply to me, and officially introduced me as the chairperson and owner of 70% of the company's shares. Adrian fell to his knees, his arrogance completely shattered. He tried to stammer an apology, reaching out for my hand, but I stepped back. I took his ridiculous prenuptial agreement, looked him dead in his terrified eyes, and slowly tore it into shreds, letting the pieces rain down on his head. I told him my family doesn't sign contracts with employees. With a single nod to the board, I revoked Adrian's executive power and terminated his family's employment contracts on the spot, leaving them financially ruined and utterly humiliated. As I walked out of the skyscraper, the cool evening breeze brushing against my face, I looked at the cheap, microscopic diamond ring still in my hand. With a soft, amused laugh, I tossed it directly into the trash bin where it belonged. Adrian thought he was trapping a helpless bird, but he forgot that some birds own the entire sky.